She is an author and president of the Frederick Douglass Foundation of America and is a devout pro-lifer. Please help me welcome Aisha Crates.
All right, thank you all for coming. Good afternoon. My name is Chaplain Aisha Kreutz. I am a bond slave to Jesus Christ. Amen. I'm the president of the Frederick Douglass Foundation of New York. I'm the mother of 3 children, and I am post-abortive. And today is a great day. We stand here united under one cause, the cause of life. I stand here before you not as a Republican or Democrat, although I am a staunch Republican, as was Frederick Douglass, but like Frederick Douglass, I stand up as a voice for the people, a voice for a people group, for justice and injustice. If abortion is not wrong, then nothing is. If selling off body parts for profit is not wrong, then nothing is. In 1787, we asked, am I not a man and a brother? And we overcame. In 1837, we asked, am I not a woman and a sister? And we were victors. Today we ask, am I not a child, a brother, or a sister? The time has come for us to raise our voices for the future of our people. The other day, as I spoke with a friend of mine, Dr. Alveda King, she reminded me that today we come together united against the abortion industry and Planned Parenthood because we have offended humanity. Before I get too far, I do want to say this to those who are working in the halls of Planned Parenthood. We love you, and we pray for you, and we want to help. I know that it's easy to make enemies out of us, to go cold and bitter, and to double down on the idea that you're helping women. But we ask that you would open your hearts and listen to us, and that you would come to us, and so that we may listen to you. Planned Parenthood, whose very name is a nefarious betrayal of women, has been an agent of death and deception for too long, preying on our pain, confusion, and frustration, convincing people that it is virtuous to put liberty before life. But we can be the agents of truth and to turn things around. We can be the watchmen that stand in the gap for the weakest among us. For years and years, I've watched saints standing in the gap and taking the hits on the front lines. Groups like Operation Save America, Rescue Rochester, the Pregnancy Center, Focus, right over on the corner, Compass Care, and the Place of Hope. They've been sounding the alarm, loving on women, ministering to the broken, and saving babies. To see all of you out here warms my heart. My youngest child is here today because of the brave men and women who are willing to sacrifice their time and energy to be out here on these streets in front of the death mills. For far too long, the ghoulish behavior of selling sex and the body parts of dead, mutilated bodies have been allowed not only to go on unchecked, but subsidized by our tax dollars. We can help to fund Planned Parenthood by voting our values and standing with representatives like Rand Paul, Ted Cruz, and others who are offering up bills to actually strip Planned Parenthood of these taxpayer dollars. We can elect representatives like Peter Vasquez, I think I saw him here, and Mark Assini, who said the dismembering of the unborn child by Planned Parenthood for the purpose of selling body parts is barbaric and has no place in our civilized world. This practice must end. If we are serious, then we have to get serious. Enough is enough. People are dying. For far too long, we have sat by and watched the most innocent and the vulnerable be sacrificed on the altar of Moloch. Planned Parenthood has repeatedly betrayed women, and so have too many in the churches that Planned Parenthood has paid off. Do not think that it's lost on me for a second that a black woman, that our President Obama, is the biggest cheerleader of black genocide. He is the biggest advocacy of abortion that has been unparalleled by any American president in history. Is this an easy fight? No, but it's a winnable issue. And we are on the side of justice, and justice always wins when we unite with one voice and one purpose. We have to call out the enemy, and that enemy is not Democrat, Republican. There's no political solution to sin. And if all lives matter, we wouldn't need to worry about defunding Planned Parenthood. They wouldn't even exist. And oddly, Godless Margaret Sanger, founder of Planned Parenthood, knew that. And she went into the ministers and made that Rockefeller money flow to pay off our pastors so that they would convince women to have abortions and to tell them that it was okay. And now taxpayer money is tempting. Okay. Enough is enough. It is time for us to defund Planned Parenthood.
Thank you, Aisha. As a pro-life movement, we have transcended all stereotypes of a pro-lifer stretching across the ideological spectrum. We are not just middle-aged men trying to control women's bodies. Young and old, black and white, female and male, Democrat and Republican, liberal and conservative, we have all come together to fight for the same cause. Because despite our varying ideologies and backgrounds, we all respect the dignity of human life and want to truly progress women's health. We want government funds to go to agencies that will provide women with quality care without coercing them into having an abortion to meet a quota. Our diversity has maximized our strength and prominence, enabling us to identify with more and more people.
What you are going to see is an abortion. First, the abortionist opens the womb and the baby is no longer protected. Once the womb is opened, a powerful suction device is inserted. Fingers, toes, arms, legs, and a heartbeat. Its bones are not strong enough, so the baby is easily crushed and torn for extermination and extraction. All of these products, the baby, the placenta, the surrounding fluid, are violently ripped out of the mother's womb.
Say her name! Say Serafina!
It It is then our policy to put the baby's remains in a jar so individual body parts and tissue can be accounted for and examined by the abortionist to ensure all of the baby's limbs and organs have been successfully destroyed and removed.
An incredible, very powerful performance. Let's give Sandy Arena and the Life Ballet one more round of applause.
Yay! Woo!
Woo! The Pro-Life Ballet performance was written and choreographed by Sandy to demonstrate the regret, confusion, and pain that accompanied the 2 abortions she had. Like so many of us, Sandy feels betrayed by Planned Parenthood and wants to express that abortion is a polarizing procedure that tears apart relationships and has divided our country. The Life Ballet is releasing its film adaptation on Saturday, September 12th at 4 p.m. The viewing will take place at the Eastman House here in Rochester. To make a reservation, you can email info@thelifeballet.org, and there's a flyer up here as well about it if you want more information. Next, I'd like to introduce a speaker from Silent No More to talk to us about her personal account of abortion, including the regret and suffering she endured after the procedure. Her journey of healing and forgiveness has brought her here today to encourage women considering abortion to choose life and seek nonviolent alternatives. Ladies and gentlemen, Dorina Hayes.
Yay!
My name is Dorina, and I'm from the Silent No More campaign, and I wanted to share my personal experience with Planned Parenthood. At 15, I was at Planned Parenthood. I went feeling scared, sad, and helpless. As I was waiting in one of their rooms, a staff member finally came in and told me that my pregnancy test was positive. I then told her I was 15 and I was raped. She didn't act at all surprised, and she didn't ask me any questions. She just wrote in her notes and left the room. There I was, 15 and pregnant. What was I supposed to do? I left those doors feeling even more scared and lonely. It was already decided that abortion was my only option, and it was a decision my baby and I didn't choose. After the abortion, I became even more depressed. After all was said and done, no one called to check on me. I guess there was no need to bring it up again. The problem was fixed. That was the furthest from the truth. On the Planned Parenthood website, Planned Parenthood, it says, Planned Parenthood provides health care, education that empowers individuals and families with respect, without judgment, no matter what. That wasn't my experience at all. And now we have evidence of what Planned Parenthood really does behind those doors. Planned Parenthood has been caught in 2007 covering up the sexual abuse of minors, in 2009 double billing taxpayers, 2011 aiding and abetting sex traffickers, and now in 2015 we have seen the videos of having meetings about prices of selling body parts of aborted babies. Planned Parenthood needs to be investigated and defunded. They should no longer receive government money, especially $500 million a year from us, the taxpayers. Maybe we should encourage the government to redistribute these funds to organizations that offer real support for the care of women and their babies.